Hey everybody, it is a SSFA quarterfinal game between the LA Rams and the New Orleans Saints. I think we also have a SSFA championship game sometime today. Check it, schedule. Yeah, 9 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Pacific time. I'm not sure if I'll be able to call that one, but this works out okay for my schedule. So jumping in here. Um, let's see. Catching up here. The Rams got the ball first, drove 11 plays, 71 yards for a field goal. Here's a punt. Then the Saints threw a pick on their first play, setting up a short field for the Rams, which they then used to good effect and got a touchdown. Let's start this up again. And then the Saints answered with a field goal. And then we just saw on that following ensuing drive, the Rams couldn't go anywhere, went 3 and out, and punted. So I think that we're all caught up now. So we had field goal, then an interception, then a touchdown, then a field goal for the Saints, and then a punt. And now we're on the third possession of the Saints. They've led. The Saints are coached by Scott Muller. Or is that right? Yeah, I believe so. While the Rams are coached by Nathan Baylor. Saints. Do I have the right Scott? Yes, that's Scott's email. Oh, a 14-yard punt. That's going to give. It's almost like a turnover when you have a punt that low, or that goes so few yards in the field. He's actually lucky that it wasn't returned further, because look at that punt return card by Desmond King. He's got touchdown on 3, plus 24 on 6. Pretty nice card. Guessed right run to Josh Adams, and that's going to go nowhere. 24-yard pickup if it was guessed wrong. Let's view the so far today. Let me see if anybody else is around. 2nd and 11. That's going to be a square into Cooper Kupp, and it'll pick up 5 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 6 for the Rams. A little disjointed joining this broadcast late. Going back to Kupp, it's going to be a must-run from Patrick Mahomes, plus 7, and that'll get him just to midfield. Take a quick look at the regular season to see if these two teams met. "14-yard guessed right throw there to Kupp. Mahomes has one of the best quarterback cards in the set. They did. The Rams and the Saints played the regular season. I'll show you the box score. New Orleans rolled over the Rams 45-21 as Mahomes threw 2 picks, and it just looks like Tannehill, Aaron Jones, and Nick Chubb had their way with things. It seems to be the opposite so far. Mahomes starts off a red hot 9-9 for 80 yards. Quick out right to Jared Cook. That's going to pick up 9, guessed right. And that'll set up 2nd and 1 as the Rams are on the verge of going up 2 scores. They're bringing Gus Edwards. Edwards has a great card. Only 12 offensive carries left, but if he uses those right, there'll be 12 impactful carries, that's for sure. I'll tackle left to Gus. Here's one of them, maybe. That's going to pick up 8. That's a first down. It'll be 1st and goal to 7. Off tackle right to Josh Adams, guessing run, but the linebacker in zone +2 or +6. Devon Kennard is a 4 against the run, so he cannot make that play with the wide dive 5. Second goal to 1. He's going to pound it in here. Why waste a carry to Gus Edwards? You got to think he's going to sneak it with Mahomes or go with Mac. But that's exactly what Scott was thinking. Nathan switched it up. He's like, I don't care if it wastes a carry. It's not a waste if you get a touchdown. And sure enough, that's exactly what the Rams got. Let's take a look at the standings. First and 10 now for the Saints as they try to answer that scoring drive. Square out left to Devontae Adams. It's going to be a short game. As a linebacker, why was that a short game? Only the linebacker in that zone had moved to double Adams, but that kind of double doesn't work on a flat. So flare left to Virgil Green. Guest right's going to pick up 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Quick into Virgil again, and that's going to pick up 7. There was a 6 defender there. Free safety had moved down Kevin Byard as he his linebackers are not the greatest. Inside run to Aaron Jones. That's going to pick up 17 yards, guess strong. This is one of the teams, or this is the team that was using some, Nathan with his 2 outside linebackers, both rated 0 against the pass, had been using a 3-2-6 defense, button hook to Nick Chubb, and that's going to go incomplete. So he had been using a 3-2-6 defense on teams that don't have enough carries. I guess he figures with Aaron Jones and Nick Chubb that New Orleans would just run guessed wrong all day. We might see him switch to that little bit later on. Inside run to Jones is going to pick up 9 guessed wrong. Gets him into field goal range, but of course he wants a touchdown now, 3rd and 1. Nick Chubb in the game now. Square out left to Adams. That's going to be guessed right incomplete. So interesting decision here. 4th and 1. Down 14. Do you take the 3 points? He's got Justin Tucker, so I think it's his card this year is 2 through 9. He's going to go for it. It's got Aaron Jones in there. Tannehill's an excellent flat passer, especially guessed wrong. It's an inside run to Jones. Guessed right. It's going to pick up 4 yards. That would have been a disaster on a 5, 6, or 7 roll. Nathan would have had the key to stop that one. It's a guessed wrong run. It only gains a yard. I'm bring up 2nd and 9. So I said we're going to look at the standings. Let me pull those up real quick. End run to Tannehill. Guessed wrong. That's going to pick up exactly 9. So the Saints are in business. So here we go with the standings. The Saints were the number 3 seed, 11 and 5, and the Rams were the number 6 seed, also 11 and 5. But the tiebreakers just worked out in their favor. Inside run to Chubb, that regular season win over the Rams helped the Saints get that higher seed. They've used timeout in the last 2 plays, or on this last play at least, to try to save some clock. 2nd and 9, and hopefully get a scoring chance before the break. Inside run to Chubb. It's going to pick up only 2. It'll be 3rd and 7 from the 9. Let's see if the Rams use their last timeout. Tannehill has One more one more end run left. I'm not going to use it here, I don't think, as he goes 3 wide. He's got really good receivers: AJ Green, Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, Zach Ertz. That's a plethora of valid targets. Four runs for 7 yards for Chubb. Crossing pattern to AJ Green. He did call, the defense called run, thinking he was going to use that either Aaron Jones up the middle or an end run to Tannehill, and he'll have to settle for that field goal. Rams still have their timeout. He kept it in his pocket, and he'll get the ball back with 37 or 30 seconds left. Looks like 30. I'm always worried about that end of the half bug where things are off by one tick. So we got a 3 wide defense, or 3-3-5 defense against a 3 wide, or no, it's a standard formation. Nathan looking to hit a big number on Mac's card. Instead, he loses 3 yards. That'll be 2nd and 13. That might be enough for him to just not take any chances. He's not gonna. It's hard to get in scoring range from this far away. Mahomes does have a good bomb card. Long gain on 8, plus 29 on 9. That's going to be a short gain. That's going to get him exactly to the marker with 15 seconds left to get out of bounds. .15 seconds left. Again, Mac's got a couple big numbers. Trying to hit those and get out of bounds. He's got plus 20 over here, plus 23 over here. Up the middle, he gets plus 49. He goes outside to Mac again. It's going to pick up 6. Out of bounds again, so 8 seconds left. So maybe he goes up the middle now. Hope to hit one of those big numbers. Let's check out the Rams field goal kicker. Let's go out to the 40. So if you can hit Mac on an inside number, he's got plus 25, plus 49. That'll get you in the range, although he's going 3 wide now. He might be ready to crank it up with Mahomey. Crossing pattern to Cup. 15 yards. That's going to be, he could try to go for a field goal from here, get the -4 adjustment, or hope for a snake eyes. But he's still not in field goal range. Let's see what he does. Might just go for a Hail Mary. But folks, Mahomes is still perfect. 12 out of 12. And he's going to go for the bomb. Slant to George Kittle, doubled by a linebacker. And it'll be incomplete. So that's the score, 17-6 at half. The lower seeded, but really, I mean, these teams are really even. You know, in any one game, anything can happen, as we saw in that regular season score. But both teams, you know, the points 4 in the points against. Very even for each team. The difference, anyway. The Rams were actually plus. Yeah, nice return up to the 35 there. The Rams were plus 37, 77. The Saints were plus 40. Ooh, 33-yard run for Aaron Jones. That's the way to get back into the game. Only down 11, so you're not really out of it by any stretch, but suddenly you're within one more first down of at least being in field goal range. Even this is the outer edge. So let's go over these teams. We didn't really have a chance to set that up. Off tackle left to Chubb's going to go nowhere. So we got Ryan Tannehill as the quarterback. Aaron Jones and Nick Chubb are the running backs. Ertz, DeAndre Hopkins, Devontae Adams, and A.J. Green are the receivers. Now their offensive line goes 4-7, 0-7, 4-7, 4-3. There's a guessed wrong bomb, and that's going to be incomplete. And 5-7. So 7, 3, 7, 7, 7. So, if a D comes up on the white die, or in the black die, that's going to be a good chance for a dump off. Tannehill, so far, though, is starting off shoddy, 6 of 18 for 60 yards. It's a miracle he's still in the game. There's going to be a 9-yard pickup on 3rd and 10 as he goes underneath to Aaron Jones. And if you kick a field goal here, you've technically cut it to 1 score. But just as we saw him on the previous drive, facing a 4th and 1, he decided to go for it. So Tom is in the house. I talked to him earlier. Oh, and he doesn't make it. Oh, he left. He was in for a second. Now he's back out. So we'll add him to the broadcast as soon as he shows up. But that was a big play there. 4th and 1. He goes for a flat pass. And misses. Quick out left to Jared Cook. That's going to be a 13-yard pickup. Guessed wrong. 13 yards guessed right too, I think, or something like that. Plus 11, or plus 12. Plus 12, excuse me. So he's got good numbers either way. I'll take a left to Josh Adams. So Nathan probably needs to take control of this game. Okay, here's Tom again. Add him to the stream. Go back to phone.
Hey, Dennis.
Howdy. How are you?
All righty. How are you doing?
Good. So we got a 17-6 game in the third quarter. The Rams in the lead and with the ball. The Saints had a chance to go down and get within a single score, but they went for it on 4th and 1 and missed on a flat pass. Look at that 30-yard dump off. Was that
that was a white die 6, I think, on a flat pass left from Mahomes to Cooper Kupp.
So that gets Nathan right back into the breadbasket of the Saints defense. They've been on their heels all night.
You hate to tune in to start helping with a call right before it gets out of hand. 76 Rams. So big red zone defensive situation here for Scott. He wants to keep this a 2-score game. You're already in the second half. He's showing blitz. Nathan has a vulnerable offensive line. I know his team very well. A short pass wrong to Mahomes, a run call after the blitz, and the short pass wrong call for Patrick Mahomes. Not a lot of invisible ink, as we used to say in the Stratomatic basketball business, on that card, Dennis.
No, not really. That's a pretty overpowered card, and he was 10 for 10 at the half. Now he's 16 to 17.
But there's the big sack on the as Scott shows the blitz. I didn't see who he came with, but it was a 7 on a 10. Looks like that was straight on left guard versus that'll be at least one blitz in there. I'm trying to look for it. 3 additional blitzes, so he did bring it.
He brought all everybody.
There's a tackle for Josh Adams. He got some nice numbers, but it was the multiple receiver formation. Nathan likes to go 3 and 4 wide. He's probably done that a lot today, right, Dennis?
Yeah. Well, no, he's actually stayed base a lot more than I'm used to, and he hasn't used any of that 3-2-6 defense. Kind because figuring that the Saints have plenty of carries to wait him out on that.
I see. It's a 4-1-6 he likes to do with this team, I believe.
Right.
He's a 4-3, I think, in this club.
Yeah, excuse me, 4-1-6. So we've only seen
He likes the so we do hold him to the field. Notice on that 3rd and 18, he went 3 wide with Gus Edwards in the game. He likes to run from the 3 wide with Gus Edwards. His long pass, Devontae Adams gets correctly. Receiver right, plus 28. That's what you need to start this comeback. Scott's down 20-6, 6:18 to go, late third quarter. But now he's in LA territory with one long pass completion to Devontae Adams. Flat pass to Adams. Flat pass wrong because it's with the linebacker, so plus 11. So there you go. Scott's in business here. Flat pass left to Virgil Green. Defender X plus 2 plus 8 plus 8. Shareel Finch, of all people. Not Sharif Finch. I don't remember who he is, really. The one who could make the play.
Yeah, I don't know either.
There's a linebacker. Sure. Zip. The short gain gets wrong on a 12, 17 yards for Aaron Jones. Got a good call. Scott's at the 11-yard line. 2 minutes ago, Nathan was on the doors. The short pass wrong. Zach Ertz, receiver touchdown. The Saints go marching into the end zone, Dennis. Zip. That was about 45 seconds of real time, about only 2 minutes on the game clock. And it's 2013 to get the extra point. We're back in business. This Nathan team, I've noticed I was watching some scores in the fourth quarter and stuff. A lot of high-scoring games for this team, Dennis.
Yeah, the regular season game between the Saints and the Rams was a 45-21 win for the Saints. So they're certainly capable of putting up numbers.
Josh Adams got a pretty nice card gets wrong, especially with the off tackle. Nathan doesn't have the best run blocking, so he's got his card there. Right tackle 0-4. Off tackle left to Josh Adams. There's this 6-year-old again. This is a nice column gets wrong, right, Dennis?
Absolutely. That's one of those cards that you the 1-year cards you take in the 4th or 5th round if you can in these leagues, and they pay off big time in the playoffs.
And all season he's been his number 2 back, plenty of carries because we know Gus Edwards is hardly unlimited, Dennis. Off tackle left guessed correctly again for Gus. Offensive guard Kyle Long only a 4 makes the block. You see outside of the tight, well, you got the tight end and blocking back, but amongst the down linemen, the right guard's the only guy better than a 4 in the run blocking game.
When you have cards
second
like
and
that,
5 for George. Second.
When you have good
run
cards like Gus Edwards and Josh Adams, you don't need that run blocking as much.
Doesn't need as much, but always the run blocking is pretty important, I think. When if you're really trying to run the ball, short pass wrong to Kittle from Mahomes. I know what he's saying though, of course. And then you can go the other way, right? You can have great run blocking and like a Latavius Murray card and do well. So I guess you could do either way. Is that right? That is 17 of 18 for Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, it's incredible. He's just on fire. But they're only up by a single score.
Off tackle left for the Gus bust. There's the guard 5-0. There's that no gain. Kyle Long only a 4. But how much stronger would it be with the Gus Edwards if you had good run blocking out there, Dennis?
Yeah, you
Second and 10 for the Rams. Kind of everything. That's right. Second and 10 for the Rams at the same 44. Scott showing blitz. Josh Adams. He's not been respecting Josh Adams. Told the safety defense a little bit I've been on. Flat pass. There's the guess wrong. He did respect Adams that time, but flat pass wrong to Kittle. Complete for 9 yards. So 3rd and 1 for the Rams at the 35. And he's going to go for it if he doesn't get this 1 yard here.
Both these teams have crazy offensive weapons. You got Adam Thielen, Cooper Kupp, George Kittle, Jared Cook for the Rams, and the Saints have even better guys at their skill positions on the outside.
Off tackle left for the Gus bust, 8 plus 10 in the defense, and that's he gets run and left all the guys back, and you're probably not going to stop him from getting 1 yard there. You might as well sell out maybe from that 4-3. I don't know. It's a tough call.
That was a first down either way. So.
Yes, true, but I'm just saying, have a chance because even on the blocking rating, get a better chance of him losing yards with a guy in there. Flat pass left to Adam Thielen, receiver gets right plus 6. And so I've only been on for a little while, but I've had plenty of offense. You can see why it was a high scoring game in the regular season. And Nathan's team is very high scoring. It's a tough team to stop. I played that team. I was very fortunate against them with a lot of sacks, but you can see where it's a tough offense. 2nd and 4 for the Rams. We're in the fourth quarter now, 2013. Nathan settled for a field goal last time. If he has to, he'll will again, but he doesn't want to. Defense showing blitz again on 2nd and 4. Off tackle left to Gus Edwards, defense double teaming. Offensive guard, no gain. There's the blocking room. It's ugly head. Kyle's only a 4.
Yeah,
That's 3rd and 4.
the pace of this game has been pretty frenetic, up and down the field, lots of big plays, lots of offense.
Lots of quick play calling since from what I see.
Yeah, and you have to hope that when you're playing these guys, they're going to be a handful. If either one of us face these two teams, their offenses are really tough to stop, like you mentioned.
Who's Scott's running backs?
He has Aaron Jones and Nick Chubb.
Oh, there's a touchdown. Flat pass left. Guess wrong. White dice 6, 10, 20 yards. Touchdown from Mahomes. Jerry Cook. It's a 19-yarder on the scoreboard. 26-13 Rams. Josh Lambeau Field on for the extra point.
20-21. Mahomes nearly pitching a perfect game.
And there's a kick to the 3-yard line. Returned 33 yards by Blake Countess. So the Saints are in good field position. They're on 36. They're down 27-13. They were zip, zip, zip last time. Let's see what happens this time. I see what you're saying. Hopkins, Devontae Adams, and Zach Ertz are your starting receiving targets. 5 best right to Adams. Receiver guess right is a +7. Now Nathan's got the outside linebacker zeros, Dennis. The 0-0 out there.
That's what I mentioned. Like his weak linebackers, he usually goes to that 4-1-6 defense, but he hasn't done that today.
Second 3 looking past is Zach Ertz. Even guess is wrong +11. 0 is good, Dennis. If you're James Bond, it's not good if that's your outside linebackers.
Absolutely. And you were mentioning the targets for the Saints. Their third wide receiver is A.J. Green, so that just doesn't stop.
The veteran, 1st and 10. Long pass to Andrew Hopkins, a dump off for 6 yards. That was guessed correctly, maybe even a double team. I couldn't tell. But he gets 6 yards out on the dump off to Zach Ertz. 2nd and 4 at the Ram 40. Long pass to Andrew Hopkins. Even gets a pass again. 11 incomplete. Scott is testing down the field. I heard you mention Tannehill not having a good game. I see 14 of 28, 151 only. A touchdown and 1 interception, so that's not too good. 3rd and 4. You got Aaron Jones. He's got a very good call. I guess wrong. A little spotty, guess right. Not a lot of great run blocking on this side of the field either. Well, I looked at Aaron Jones, guess wrong. 8 stroke gain. There's that very good guess wrong call. Get 11 yards. I think he's bad. Well, yeah. The guy played him a couple of times this year in various leagues. You've played everyone, of course. 1st and 10 for the Saints at the Ram 29. 11 minutes to go. I'm sorry. Am I taking over the broadcast, Dennis? I slipped into play-by-play.
That's what the viewers want. Give the people what they want. And he finally breaks out the 4-1-6 defense.
Go off tackle right to the next shot. You don't want to draw there, Scott. Don't be lazy. If it goes 4-1-6, if you run off tackle, you may as well run the draw.
Agreed.
Offensive onside tackle +8 +3. Riley Reef lets down the home fans in Saintville with the white dice 6 versus the 5.
Chubb's been landing on the D card while Aaron Jones has been landing on his own card. That's the difference in their yards per carry today.
Chubb's been bottled up. He's a little chunky, so that average can change in a hurry. 2nd and 7. Scott thinking now. He leaves Chubb in the game. Defense goes 4-3. Strong secondary. They didn't seem content to stand back and may force him to march down the field. Maybe Tannehill throws a pick somewhere. Has Nathan been this way most of the game, more conservative, or only since he's gotten a nice lead?
I think since he's gotten a nice lead, he was a little more wide open earlier.
You just leave that safety 6 back there in the secondary, make him earn it. And he likes to play the 4-3, those good run defenders. That's why he goes the 4-6 at times. With mixed results, I'd have to say. In this league, anyway. Different leagues, different situations. But it's a cheap asset investment, he will tell you. I agree. Let's take a right to Chubb. Defensive onside end, +2, -2. Zach Ertz cannot block. He's a 0. More of a seems harsh. He seems like he could be a 4.
Nathan went back to the 4-3 defense there on that 2nd and 10.
Or 2nd and 7 actually, and then pushed back to 3rd and 9.
Oh, sorry.
Field doesn't do you a ton of good. He goes 3 wide, 1 halfback. I may have stayed in the 4-3 and as may have stayed base to see what he didn't run it instead of a 4th and short. Flat pass right to Aaron Jones. Receiver gets right 5 yards. 4th and 4 from the 23. 9:18 to go. He's going to go for it. I guess it's got to be the right call, I guess, right, Dennis?
Yeah, at this point in the game, if you kick a field goal, I mean, there's still enough time, but
it could happen. But against that Nathan offense also, it's also like, Yeah, I think you can go either way here. Emerald left to Tannehill, gets his own card, gets run. That was a gutsy call. Yeah, he gets his run there.
Yeah,
that card is disastrous. So gutsy was one word for it, but it worked out. You get, of course, guess wrong. Everything's a first down except for the dreaded 5. So now, but there's only 8:42 to go. So that's why he went for it. Short pass to Virgil Green. Receiver gets right at 11 yards. He's at the 5-yard line. 8:06 to go. I'm glad I don't have to worry about whether or not this is being broadcast, Dennis, whether I click the right button. Nice to join someone else hosting. First and goal for 5 goals, full house.
It's going so fast that this is only going to take up a little bit of your time, so I'm glad you're able to jump in.
Well, you told me it was halftime, so I said sure. Linebacker Aaron Jones, right guard +6+2. There's the blocking from Andrew Wiley Coyote. Bumped up to a 5. 27-20, the extra point, 2-11 is good. And the kick is a touchback. We had 7:48 to go in this SSFA quarterfinal game. The first of 4 quarterfinals. Dennis Crowley playing tomorrow at 12 noon. I will be calling that game live. I had to cancel my summer sprint game with Jay. I'm sorry, Jay. We didn't respond yet, but we probably were going to play at 11 a.m. But no, we'll reschedule. Gus Edwards is in there. I think he has about 11 carries for 52 yards or something like that. I think I saw. Maybe 9 carries. Off tackle left for the Gus Bus. There's a linebacker there. My card or your card? It's on my card. Kyle Long. He might. He's Dennis. He's not playing well this game. He might want to think about hanging them up.
They're trying to talk him out of retirement. Last I heard. So who knows?
Okay. Well, have to do a lot of talking, I guess. 12 carries, 52 yards only for Gus. Josh Adams. I keep thinking Jamal Adams when I see that Jay Adams, but Josh Adams, of course, is in the game. George Adams' son. Short pass wrong to Cooper Kupp. 4 men there, though, but it's on Mahomes' card. That's complete for 15 yards and a first down. 21 of 22. Encroaching on Phil Simms' territory here. In the Super Bowl against the Broncos. Low those many years ago, now 33 years ago or so, as we continue to age. I've recently returned to Dungeons & Dragons for the first time in about 37 years in terms of playing properly. 6:36 to go. First and 10, the Gus Bus back in. Defense is showing blitz aggressively. Off tackle right to Gus. Defense calls run. Defensive end -1 to +5. Robert, the not so mighty Quinn, cannot make the plays. A 0. He's a good pass rusher, but not that time on the run defense, as he yields a 5-yard gain to the Gus Bus, who's at 13 for 57. Defense showing blitz again. Nathan wants to challenge him, but Nathan's saying, I'm going to play it smart. I'm not going to go for the bomb. I say that. I'll probably throw it now. Let me stay with my running game and flat short pass. Off tackle wrong for the Gus Edwards and shook. And why wouldn't you? Because, Gus has got a great card. The flat pass is, of course, a good play, especially against this 4-3 with Mahomes and these receiving targets. And the short pass is also appealing. So he's saying, I'm not going to take the chance with the bomb so far. Let's see if he does it somewhere. Because Nathan likes to do it. It's inside of him. You're going to show blitz every single play, and Scott is calling some run from it. Nathan wants to make him pay. Flat pass left to Jared Cook gets wrong. Receiver gets wrong +10. But, again, when you have good running game and a good flat pass guard, good.
That Kittle and Cook, those guys guessed wrong on a flat. That's tough. Guessed wrong on a short pass is tough. So this is a tough offense for this defense.
Anybody to stop. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Yeah, and you don't have to. And look, run flat short. It works. You don't have to really throw a bomb lot if you depending on your personnel. You know what I'm saying? But short pass to George Kittle double teamed is incomplete, and that was a good double team because that was a white die 6.
Yeah, that would have been
Sean Williams, who's only at 5.
If you could have gotten a pick on that, that would have been a game changer.
Yeah, it would have got ahead of 3 clean units of it, which is about the best you're going to get there in these draft league cards. 2nd and 10. Now, field goal here is huge as well, though. I don't know what Nathan's kicker looks like. He doesn't still have Greg the Legs Erline, does he?
No, in this league, he has Josh Lambo, so he's 2 through 8.
Looking pass gets wrong to Thielen. All right, complete for 12 yards on the looking pass wrong. Mahomes did get another incompletion, Dennis, on that defender X of the double team. So he's down to a mere 23 of 25. Only 92%. He needs to work on that. But it's a big first down for the Rams. They're saying 20, and they're really in good business now. Scott has told for a turnover or an unlikely missed field goal. And we have seen some of those. Off tackle left to Josh Adams. See, I hate when guys do that. You're just not coaching. He goes short yards against Josh Adams, and he puts the outside linebackers in end run instead of off tackle.
Right.
On first and 10. Now, he got away with it because he got his own card, but on the defense, it's, the default short yard is going to put your linebackers in linebacker and end run. But a lot of times in those running situations, the guy's going to look off tackle. Josh Adams can't even run it. He's terrible at him run. So unless you thought he's going to run Patrick Mahomes, and you're calling run anyway, so you got him run right on the quarterback, off tackle left to Gus Edwards gets right as 4 yards. I mean, just don't be lazy there. It's just lazy coaching, I never do that. I mean, if it is like 30 seconds left, sure, but
yeah.
And again, certain backs, sure, yeah, I'll put the guys in and then run if I think he's going to run and run. But Josh Adams not running and run there.
Right. Same with
guys
guys
like no chance.
guys on the inside too.
Exactly.
Some guys have certain.
Absolutely. Same with Gus Edwards. Yeah, absolutely. 3rd and 6 for the Rams. 2:42 to go. 3 wide. He loves to run Gus from the 3 wide. Offensive onto he gets the block from George Kittle's a 5. Nerfed down to a 5, but it's still a huge first down for the Rams. His only really good blocker there for that formation, certainly. And that really hurts the Saints.
Yeah, now you just play it safe if you're the Rams. Make them use up all 3 of those timeouts and take your field goal. Give them the ball back up 10 with less than, about a minute 30 left.
You got line up to Marlon Mack +2. I was going to say you should run Key Gus there because even though he's fatigued, it's fatigue level 1, I believe. He's got that 7 and 9 short gain. Nathan's thinking I can pop that for a touchdown here, and because he's fatigued, he's not going to get run keyed. But I would have been guessed wrong, and Marlon Mack was still only 2 yards. But okay, 2nd and goal from the 7. Full house versus a 4-3 blitz, and you still have the Mahomes card. Off the tackle right for Gus Edwards. 8 touchdown on Gus Edwards on. Despite being fatigued, he guts it out, and the Rams go 33-20. Did they score too quickly, Dennis? Can the Saints come back here and get a touchdown and then an onside kick recovery and make Nathan pay? That's asking. It's asking a lot.
It is asking a lot, and it's not the type of quarterback that Tannehill is in this set.
That's right. Maybe next year. There's a must run on the long pass. He gets 10 yards. His end run is fatigued. He's running 3 wide anyway. He did get out of bounds.
Next year he should have a crazy good card. Did you look at those numbers on Stratomatic World? Did he have anything that stood out to you?
I did look at some of those numbers after I saw the thread and felt motivated to look at them because otherwise I wouldn't waste my time looking at them. Long pass down drive. There's an interception, and Nathan will not return it. 1:07 to go. I don't pay a lot. I looked at the NFC numbers. I don't think I looked at the AFC numbers. I got into a forum discussion with Jay Vilding about. I was quite animated, Dennis, as this game is going to come to an end here. The clock's going to run out, and Nathan's going to advance 34-20 over Scott, who had a very good year, did a good job getting his team into the playoffs with I think 10 or 11 wins, and I believe he won a game in the wild card round, didn't he? Or is he the 3 seed?
He might be Scott was a 3 seed. Nathan was a 6 seed. But they both got in the first round.
Yeah, we were both 11-5. That's right. Yeah. No, I thought Nathan had to play somebody.
Oh, you're right. No,
you're right. Nathan beat Ed. Beat Ed.
Correct.
Yeah. So congratulations to Nathan on the year. But Scott, Scott, he got the 3 seed. If you look at there's 4 teams because I'm in that category, 11-5. He probably wasn't as good as the other 3 teams there. He probably overachieved more than the rest of us in that group. Dan did a good job of getting 11-5. So he started out. Was Dan 3-5? Then he went 8 straight. He may have done that. I'm not sure. But either way, regardless, Scott did a very nice job getting a team to 11-5 and a 3 seed is really great. And it's look, you get in the playoffs, you're going to play somebody good. I mean, Nathan's team is really good.
Yeah, Nathan's
his offense is just really tough.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Dennis.
39 points and 34 points in his first 2 playoff games so far. So,
boy,
coming up big.
That's pretty nice. And then Nathan's the 6 seed, Dennis. So if you're able to beat Joe Golden tomorrow, there's a chance that you could face Nathan, right? Because right now you're the 1 seed. Well, sure, there's a chance anybody could face anybody, I guess, right now. But
if I win tomorrow, I'll play either the. Oh no, you're right. I would play him no matter what. If I win, I play him. You're right. You can't play him.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say no. No, because Tony still has to play. What if Tony loses?
But if I win, I'm playing the lowest.
Yeah, but Tony's in a 2-7 game, isn't he?
Oh, you're right.
Tony's a 2 seed. So if Tony was to lose to Keith, right, then you would play Keith. Keith's the 8th seed, right? Right now we got Keith. Right now the Rams won. They're the 6th seed. So you got the 110 game, I guess you could say, because
Right.
Joe was a 10. Joe was a 10 seed. So you got the 110 game, you got the 2-7 game, and you get the 4-5 game remaining. Okay, so the only person you can't play is Tony.
Got it.
The only person you can't no, and you can't play Dan either now.
Right. You're right.
Because well, actually no, you could play Dan. Because if Dan, you can't play Dan. You can't play Dan no matter what, because the 3 seed is gone. So, like, if the highest remaining seeds all advanced, Dan would be the 3rd highest remaining. Dan would go play Tony. So yeah, you can't play Dan and you can't play Tony. So you could play me, Nathan, or Keith. You'll play one of us 3 in the next round.
No, I wouldn't play Nathan. Would I? I mean, I wouldn't play you. I'd have to play Nathan. Nathan would be. It's either for me. It's either going to be Nathan, or
Keith.
Keith. Yeah, those are the only 2 I can play. Nathan or Keith.
You play Nathan. Yeah, Nathan or Keith. That's right. Okay.
I get to avoid you for another round. That's what I'm worried about.
Well, let's see. Yeah, well, you should be, because you're playing him 12 hours from now, or whatever.
Right.
You're playing tomorrow afternoon. So, well, that's not. Yeah, I don't think we should be talking about not worrying about each other. I mean, we each got a 1st-round playoff game to play against a good team. I don't feel. I don't feel either way about my game against Dan. I don't know what's going to happen. He's got a good team. He's a good coach. And I have a history now in recent years, especially of always losing in the 1st round. So, I'm hardly. I'm certainly not looking past anybody. That's for sure.
Well,
I'm not saying you are, but
let me know when you guys are scheduled.
The last time you were talking about. Oh, you know what we should do? The last time you were talking, I think we were the 1 and 2 seed the one year in SMFA, and you were saying as a few years ago, like, oh yeah, wouldn't it be great with 1 and 2 seed? But we go all the way through and meet in the Super Bowl. I think we both lost in the opening round. So, and then I slacked through after. I was like, "Hey, we should meet in the Super Bowl." so yeah, well, I'm not looking past anybody. But.
I think we did meet in the Super Bowl because we wound up broadcasting it together. So
no, SMFA. Oh, I got you. Yes,
we met in the Super Bowl. We met broadcasting it for Zeb's victory. So.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah,
well, I'm gonna jump off.
All right, Dennis. Me too. See you later. Good job
care.
playing the game. All right, later. Bye.